finance worker in Hong Kong joins a video call with his company's chief financial officer and several colleagues. He recognizes their faces. He recognizes their voices. They tell him to wire $25 million. So he does. Every single person on that call was fake. $25 million gone in 15 bank transfers. This is the story of the first mega-heist of the AI age and why it will happen again. Part 1. The email. It starts in January 2024 at Arup, a British engineering giant, the company behind the Sydney Opera House. An employee in the Hong Kong office gets a message from the company's CFO in London. It talks about a confidential transaction. It asks for secrecy. And here's the thing. He wasn't stupid. He was suspicious. This smelled exactly like a phishing scam. So he did what security training tells you to do. Verify. He asked for a video call. Part 2. The call. The call connects. There's the CFO, his face, his voice, his accent. They're colleagues he knows. They talk. They give instructions. The doubt melts away. Seeing is believing, right? Except every face on that screen was generated by AI. Criminals had scraped publicly available video, conference talks, interviews, company events, and built digital puppets of real executives. Good enough to survive a live meeting with a man who knew them personally. Convinced, the employee makes 15 transfers to 5 local bank accounts. Roughly 200 million Hong Kong dollars, about 25.6 million US. The fraud is only discovered a week later, when he mentions the transaction to headquarters. Headquarters has no idea what he's talking about. The money is already gone. Part 3. Not the first and not the last. Because this heist wasn't even new, it was an upgrade. Back in 2019, before most people knew the word deepfake, criminals cloned the voice of a German executive and phoned the CEO of a British energy company. The CEO recognized his boss's accent, even the melody of his speech. He wired $243,000. It vanished through an account in Hungary. A voice alone did that. Fast forward to 2024. Scammers deepfaked the voice of Ferrari CEO and called one of his executives. Perfect Southern Italian accent and all. But this executive did one thing our finance worker in Hong Kong didn't. He asked a question only the real CEO could answer. What was that book you recommended me a few days ago? Silence. Then the line went dead. One question. That's all it took to save Ferrari. Hold on to that. It's the key to this entire story. Part 4. Why this changes everything. For your entire life, video was proof. A face on a screen meant a person on the other end. That era is over. The tools that clone that CFO are now cheap, fast, and everywhere. Companies move billions on the strength of a familiar face and voice. Now banks and corporations are scrambling to add code words, callback rules, and multi-person approval. Defense is your grandmother's bank already used against phone scammers. Hong Kong police confirmed the case and made arrests in related schemes. But most deepfake money never comes back. And police said scammers had used the same playbook on other employees. This was a system, not a one-off. And it's not just corporations. The same technology now powers fake kidnapping calls with cloned children's voices, fake CEOs approving invoices, fake job interviews. The expensive version hits companies. The cheap version is coming for everyone. So here's the lesson of the $25 million video call. The employee did verify. He just verified with his eyes, and eyes can now be hacked. The new rule of the AI age. Trust is a process, not a feeling. A code word. A callback on a known number. A second approver. One question that only the real person can answer. Security experts now recommend the same thing for your own family. A code word. If a voice that sounds exactly like your kid ever calls in a panic, asking for money, ask for the word. A machine can clone a voice from seconds of audio. It still can't clone a secret. $25 million vanished because a screen showed a familiar face. The next call like that might not target a corporation. It might target you. Would you catch it? This is the AI signal. Real stories about AI, money, and power every single week. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe because the next one is already happening.